This stretch is a combination of both the pigeon stretch in an elevated position on a bench or a coffee table and the couch stretch on either a chair or a sofa behind you. The setup is quite extravagant, but the stretch is unlike anything else that I've tried for both the hip flexors and the glutes at the same time. If you set a comfortable position for yourself, you can easily hold the stretch for around 3 to 4 minutes on each side and gently ease into the stretch. What you're going to need to do is find a chair, a bench or a table behind you that is high enough for the back of your ankle to go onto when flexed up behind you. And you're going to want to find a low enough table in front of you to put your pigeon stretch onto. Okay? You're going to start in the pigeon and then go into the couch stretch afterwards. What you're going to want to do is cross your leg over the bench, trying to get your foot perpendicular to the mat or to your body, okay? Parallel with the bench. You're then going to want to extend or flex that foot back behind you and drop down into it until your knee hits the floor. You should be comfortably able to sit with your foot or your entire shin up on the bench in front of you, getting a stretch in the glute on that leg up at the front. And you should be comfortably able to rest both your heel and your knee on the bench and the floor behind you, getting a stretch in your hip flexor. Ease into the stretch. Try not to overcompensate by twisting one way or the other. Keep your hips and your shoulders facing square on, facing forward. And then you can even relax here, watch TV, read a book, or just wait for upwards of, like I said at the start, 4 minutes on each side. If you can learn to relax in this stretch, it will work absolute wonders for your hips going forward. If this is a difficult position for you at the start, you can always begin with slightly lower levels on the front and the back and ease and progress into the stretch, taking your time every step of the way. Something easy to start with at the front would be a few magazines stacked on top of each other and potentially a sofa behind you or a few cushions stacked on top of each other to start off with this stretch. At any elevation, bringing your both feet off the ground will intensify the stretch compared to doing this one on the floor. If you are, however, without any equipment, you can always progress on to this stretch in a bodyweight fashion by lunging forward, coming down to the ground with both of your hands on the inside of your foot at the front. You can then reach round with the opposite hand to grab the opposite foot behind you. Bring that heel and pull that heel into your bum as far as you can, and then drop your hips down forward into the low lunge position. Okay, that would be the bodyweight equivalent if you had no equipment available to you to support your feet.